Hello everyone, do you remember this shell cutting stuff we did in tutorial 2? Hey, welcome back to channel Nkateko Waluka. Look at this girl. Yes, today we are teaching you how to crochet this girl's earwarmer decorated with spirals and a coastal flower. Let's get to it. This project needs a crochet hook 1.5 millimeter and stitch markers. We're going to use stitch markers this time, a pair of scissors, and Fairy's Delight double knit wool. Like I've mentioned already, we used this in tutorial 2 when we were doing the scarf, the shell pattern scarf. So this is color Mintella, and we'll also use a pre-made coastal flower. You will learn this coastal flower in our previous tutorial 20. Let's start. We start this with a chain of 156. So that's how we start our chain. Make a knot there, count 20 first and mark it. 2. I'm on the 20th chain, so I'm going to mark it with a stitch marker so that I don't go back and recount and continue with my chain. 21, 22. So let's meet when we have completed our chain of 156. We are done with our chain of 156. We join this together in a slip stitch. Just make sure your chain is lying in one direction. You slip stitch like that. And we're going to introduce shells now. Like in tutorial 2, where we were starting with a shell right away at the corner. Even here we're starting with a shell. So we chain 3, and then on that first chain we are going to work a shell where we do 2 double stitches, cause that first chain counts as 1, and then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we do 3 more double stitches in the same hole. So there we go, our first shell. Then on the chain we count 5. On the 6th one we work another shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one there we work another shell. That same hole, double stitches, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double stitches in the same hole. So it's going to look like that. So let's do that all around our chain, and let's meet when we are joining the two. We are at the end of our row. It's already looking good, awesome, and we're just going to join these shells with a slip stitch like that, but we slip stitch to that window of the first shell like that. So one thing I like about this Fairy's Delight wool, it's the glitter that it comes with. It just makes this wool perfect for girls, and the finishing end, it's just perfect for giving the girl a queen look, because every girl deserves to be a queen. So let's continue. We chain 3 and we make shells on top of one another like that. 3 double stitches, chain 3, and in that window again 3 double stitches, and we continue like that until we have made 6 rows in total. So let's do 5 more and meet them. We have completed our 6 rows now. So when we put this flat, you should be able to have 13 columns, meaning it's pairing out nicely like that. Remember, our chain was 156. 156 divided by 6, it will give you 26. So this should be 13 on top, 13 below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you have 13, you have been working well there. So we are now going to introduce strings like that, so that we do our spirals at the end. So I'm going to show you, but before we do that, we must mark this. So I prefer putting that one at the center, so that I already know that one is my stitch marker. So you skip the column and then you put your stitch marker. That's where you're going to put another string. You skip that one and put stitch marker there. Stitch marker there. So we're going to have 4 on each side from the center. Stitch marker there. No, skip that one. Stitch marker there. So we'll have 4, and do the same on the other side. Skip this one. Stitch marker. Skip that stitch marker. Stitch marker. And the last stitch marker. Okay. I've skipped that one. So we are going to chain 63, but we'll segment it along the way. So we start with a chain of 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 34, 35, stitch marker there at 35. This is where we are going to attach our costa flower at stitch 35. Then we extend 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. This is where we are going to just put another loop, and we continue. That was 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. This is where we're going to start our spiral at 50. So we mark that, and then we continue chaining further to 63. 1, 2. So now that we have our chain segmented like that, we are going to now do the spiral, this spiral, and we are going to count 3, 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth one we do 3 double stitches on that fourth one. That is 1, 2, 3. So we continue putting sets of 3 double stitches in each chain. So in the next one we're going to put 3 double stitches. Like that. We have put 3, even on that we put 3 double stitches. So this is going to coil up and cause that spiral. We do that until we are at that marker. We are at the last one now. So as you are putting sets of 3 double stitches, you will see it's already coiling up, or it's doing that. So on the 11th one, this one, you can actually remove that marker because now we have done our 10. So you can remove that marker. On the 11th one, you do half double stitch. So like that, you do half, and on the 12th one, you do a slip stitch so that it ends nicely. And you cut that and slip stitch that. So to do you can see it's already leading me, so you just twist it more like that. That's how you do your spiral. And now I'm just going to hide off that tail. So at the back, I'm going to take this, hook it to the back there so that the front remains like that nicely, and we hide the tail. Put my crochet hook in between there, hook over the wool, pull it out there, I prefer making a knot, the second knot, so that it doesn't untangle. And from the second knot, I put my crochet hook in between those double stitches and pull the hook over and pull over the working wool like that. Then I cut that string, so we have the work nicely ending. Just redo my spiral, and that's how nice the spiral comes about. So now we are going to do the chain there. Okay, so you can either work here or there, it's the same, as long as you know everywhere else where you've put a marker, you must introduce another string. So this is how I start my chain, with a little bit of a tail, but incorporate it. Do my first chain, second chain. It will be a bit thick, but it's the better knit way for me to do this. And my third, so that I'm going to cut, and I continue with my 35 chain, just like we did. So just for you to have a nice view, I'm going to cut that, so you see my chain, how it looks like. So you continue like that, making a chain of 63. Don't forget to segment it, and let's meet when we have completed our strings with spiral endings. Okay, so I take my wool and hook it, pull it through like that. So I'm just going to remove those pins. So I have that string running like that. Just pull that together and tie a knot. So I have something like that, but I'm just going to run over the string, roll it a little bit, 2 times. And tie a knot. Cut those strings. So I have that now. So on the 35th chain, I'm going to still put the crochet hook the same way I did, but this time here we are going to attach the flower. So let's do that. attach and remove this at the same time. Let's do that and come. So you have the crochet hook over like that, and you put your string and pull it through. Pre-made coastal flower, place it there. Take the crochet hook, pull it, and take one string, hook it over, and pull it out here. So we'll just do that. Put it like that, pull that wool, take it out like that, and with the other string as well, can do the opposite side. So there we're opposing it, put our crochet hook, take that string, pull it to the top there, and there pull it and pull it out there. So we'll have that string and that string securing the coastal flower. So you can just tie it around like that, secure it more. More secured now. So you have it there, you have it secured, and you cut that string. I just want to make another knot before I cut, and I hope you have really enjoyed this. This is so awesome. There is complete work. Do subscribe, and let's see you when we make more interesting things. Just remember to learn this coastal flower, go back to our previous tutorial 20. Bye bye.